so they don't have to defend it. They don't have to defend what we don't hear about. So that is their remaining option. Now this is not very complicated. The way that we hear about what's going on is the news media. They have to shut down the news media. Pretty simple. So how do you do that? Well, in Russia, courageous journalists are shot or poisoned on a monthly basis. We've seen in plenty of countries the military storm television and radio and newspaper headquarters and either start broadcasting their fake news or their alternative facts or blow the place up. You know, I really don't think we're going to see any of that. Of course, I've been wrong about a lot the last year and a half. Might get surprised. But I don't think that's where we're going. The other option is to fully discredit the press so that we don't believe they're reporting on what's going on in this country. And that's what we've been seeing systematically for a while now, before the inauguration. I think you're all pretty aware of the president's use of a very effective propaganda technique of repetitious labeling. You know, for the primaries, it was never Senator Cruz or Ted Cruz. It was only lying Ted. In the general election, it was never Hillary. It was crooked Hillary. Now, to us, I think that seems pretty juvenile and ridiculous, but it's very strategic, and according to some pretty smart linguists and neurologists, very effective. So for the last couple months, we never hear the White House just say the media. It is only the dishonest media. Well, I'm not giving him credit. Sometimes he varies it. Sometimes it's the very dishonest media. So he's got some range there. We are being worked every single day to scorn and reject the press. Is it going to work? No! Really glad to hear that. I think the answer to that is exactly, the question is very much the same as, will they be able to run their agenda through Congress and make it law? The answer is that it's really very much up to us. Just as we've started demanding to be heard by our elected officials, we have to demand to be heard by leaders in the media. Like members of Congress, many decision makers in media have their finger up in the air now, trying to figure out where this is all going. I agree with Eric, there's some very encouraging signs about that, but they need help. They need our support. Will we be there for them when they courageously cover what this administration's doing clearly? Yes. Will we back them when they're attacked by this administration? Yes. Will we hold accountable the media that's knuckling under and reporting the alternate facts rather than get in trouble with the government? Yes. Will we use our power as consumers to be in touch with the advertisers of these news sources, up or down? Yes. I am really glad to hear that, because this is in our hands. Now, there are plenty of ways to do it. Lois spoke to some of it. It matters to write your news, get in touch with your media managers locally, to write letters to the editor, to write guest columns, to write national networks. That all matters, and you can do that on your own. I do want to make sure you know about two national organizations that are doing great work, that got a head start on this. Problems with Media did not start on January 20th, and there are a couple of groups that have been doing great work. If you don't want to do it on your own, you can join their efforts. One is called Media Matters, and it's at MediaMatters.org. The other is Fairness and Accuracy in Reporting, FAIR.org. I invite you to go home and look them up. They both have a tab that says Action Now that you can get involved with. So plenty of ways to do it. But please hear and remember what these people are saying. The media is the enemy of the people. It's time for media to just shut its mouth and just listen for a while. I think they mean 4 or 8 years by a while. Really? They are watching and waiting right now to see if they can plunge us into darkness. So our job is to light this up, light up good journalism and support it everywhere, anywhere, however we possibly can. Are you ready to do that?
Yes!
Onward. Thank you.